welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Thursday, December 12th, 2024. I'm Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral. And with me today is Sunshine Cathedral's executive minister. He's also my husband, Bishop Robert Griffin. Sunshine Cathedral's Minister of Connections, the Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Sunshine Cathedral Minister of Education. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be a part of it, no matter where you live in the world. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. If you enjoy the Queer God Squad, please share this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities. At Sunshine Cathedral, we want you to know that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Anti-trans bullying in the House of Representatives? Jeez. Last month, U.S. Representative Nancy Mace, Republican of South Carolina, introduced a proposal to exclude trans women from women's restrooms on Capitol Hill. The Congresswoman said her policy was partially designed to target incoming Delaware Congresswoman Sarah McBride, who will be the first trans member of Congress. Mace and other House Republicans who endorsed her proposal, like U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican from Georgia, used transphobic language when discussing McBride, and they deliberately misgendered her. McBride responded that the effort is a distraction from the more pressing work that needs to be done. Openly gay and lesbian members of Congress spoke in McBride's defense, as did Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat from New York, and U.S. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, Democrat from New York. 2 days later, on the Transgender Day of Remembrance, a day meant to commemorate transgender people who have been killed by anti-trans violence, Speaker Mike Johnson announced a ban on trans women using the women's restrooms at the Capitol, despite his previous claim that everyone is treated with dignity and respect on Capitol Hill. When questioned by reporters about McBride specifically, LGBTQ Nation reported that the speaker said, "For anyone who doesn't know my established record on this issue, let me be unequivocally clear. A man is a man, and a woman is a woman, and a man cannot become a woman." End quote. He wrongly claimed that his view is the teaching of Scripture. The Queer God Squad must point out that his understanding of gender is limited and outmoded. Separately, but within those same couple of days, Marjorie Taylor Greene reportedly threatened to attack McBride if she caught her in a woman's facility. When asked about it, Greene did not deny making the statement. The question for us is, now what? Now what? These proclamations will come and go. Rules will change. Proposed legislation will come and go. And no matter the outcome, it is demoralizing, it is humiliating, it is dehumanizing to have your personhood debated.
Yes.
Like, really, you want to keep me out of a place to pee. This is a bathroom. This isn't a special lounge. This isn't a bar. This isn't a club. This isn't your home. This is what is sometimes called, in common parlance, the shitter. You know what I mean? And you're saying, I can't go somewhere because you don't believe that I'm who I say I am. Because you don't believe that someone who looks one way at birth can be something else. This is a profound ignorance about intersex issues, for sure. But it's chosen ignorance about transgender issues. Because we know, ask a biology teacher, ask a nurse, ask anybody. One's gender identification is more than genitalia. There are hormones involved. There are chromosomes involved. There's neurology involved. There is ambiguity involved. There is nuance involved. So it's not just if you were born with a penis, you are and forever will be a man. No, that's just not how it is. If you have a penis, you are more likely maybe as much as 98% likely to have a gender identity that identifies with that comports with that, but not everyone does. Mm-hmm. And if I just say, no, I'm a woman, I've always felt like a woman, I didn't feel whole until I presented as a woman, that should be enough for us.
Yep.
But when you examine chromosomes, when you examine brains, when you examine hormones, you see that these people are more what they say they feel like than they ever were something else. That this appendage is something that doesn't belong there for them. And just like if you had a mole or a wart you didn't think belonged there, it didn't make you feel good, you'd have it removed. Well, guess what? And this isn't even removed. It's a reshaping. I mean, I don't even, I'm not a doctor, but it's not a chop. You know what I mean? It's a remolding. I mean, the testes come out and then they remold the skin to be what fits this person. And same thing with F to M, that this is a reworking so that it works, it fits, it looks like how this person feels. And so there's the chosen mastectomies, they call it top surgery, and so that you look right, so that you feel good about yourself. And so first of all, why can't we just live and let live? Mm-hmm. If you wanted, never mind need to, if you just wanted to do something that's practically unalterable. I mean, you can have more surgeries, but you'll never be exactly the same as before or whatever. But if you just wanted to have surgeries that change your appearance, surgeries that are painful, surgeries that involve hormone treatment before and after and forever, surgeries, electrolysis, counseling, if you were willing to go through all of that and doing so made you happy, why would I deprive anyone of that for 2 seconds? Mm-hmm. You went to a lot of effort. Yes. You went through some pain and probably a stigma. Like you probably have family members that won't accept you now. Yep. You probably lost a friend or two. Your primary relationship may have changed. You went through a lot and sacrificed a lot to live your truth. How can I be anything other than impressed and proud of you?
Right.
So, but that's me.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel like I feel. Just to not be hateful and mean to people. Mm. Let this woman pee and wash her hands wherever she wants to.
Exactly.
And because she is more at risk than anyone else is. Because people who feel uncomfortable with her are going to be mean to her, are going to be cruel to her, are going to be rude to her. She puts herself at risk every time she goes into a public restroom. If she's willing to take the risk, the least you could do is support her or not get in her way.
Right.
So I don't know how it's going to end in the end, but I know the discussion should be unnecessary. That we are discussing people's personhood and their right to exist as they know themselves to be. This should be a no-brainer. And I am embarrassed that we have a government that is committed to oppressing people for being different. We're talking about 1.5% of the population. But that they're willing to make legislation to oppress and demonize and target them. When we have bridges that are crumbling,
exactly.
When you can't send your kids to school without fear of them getting shot, mowed down, but we're going to limit where someone can pee. It's an embarrassment to our country.
It is, and I can say this to Nancy Mace and to Marjorie Taylor Greene: you have used a restroom where a transgender person is in there with you, and you just didn't know it.
You didn't know it.
You didn't know it. So get over yourselves.
Exactly.
Just get over yourselves. My mother, God bless her, 86 years old. And she said to me, Ann, they just want to pee. Let them pee. What difference does it make? It's all about dehumanizing people, making them feel less than. Oh.
And this 86-year-old woman in rural Pennsylvania happens to have, is it 2 gender nonconforming grandchildren? Or one?
Yeah, 2.
2.
2 of my brother's children. One child identifies as non-binary and pansexual, and we have a male to female transgender person, and she loves her grandchildren and would do anything for them. My brother loves his children. We love our children.
That's what good people look like.
That's what good people look like. And we don't care where they pee.
Right.
If you have to go, go. Wash your hands.
Right. Being obsessed with bathroom business, that is called a fetish.
Oh my goodness.
And there's that, yeah.
And that is your fetish. You are punishing people for your fetish.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
At this table, we often talk about underlying reasons for people doing things. And it's often we're talking about other countries. Well, here in America, we are living through that same kind of an issue. We need a boogeyman so that we can hang some of our hates on. And right now, our trans community is that community that is being attacked up and down the aisles in the House of Representatives right now.
Yeah.
And I have to say that Congresswoman-elect McBride rocks.
Yeah.
She has come out and said, I'm not going to be distracted. I may be your boogeyman, Mace, but I am going to represent my district and do as much as possible for everyone in my district.
You know, she's received criticism for that, though.
For not fighting?
Yeah, because she has an opportunity to make this be a banner issue. She's like, I'm going to do the business of my district. And so either choice is hers to make, and I'll support either one. But some of the more activist type were like, why aren't you?
Obama went through the same thing when he was elected.
Yes.
Why aren't you doing more for black folk? And he said, I'm the president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
So now you're saying that you're going to make sure that trans men and trans women use what you believe to be an appropriate toilet. There was a picture on Facebook recently of a trans man, and he's buff, got the muscles and everything, and a trans woman who is just gorgeous. So you're saying, are you going to make that trans woman go into the men's room, and are you going to make that trans man go into the women's room?
Yep.
These are questions that science.
And I believe that woman actually was Representative-elect McBride.
It was. And also, we talk about settled science. I got news for y'all. Science is not settled.
That's what makes it science. You're always investigating.
In my knowledge, we have a person in our family who was just born. And that person was misidentified through amniocentesis and through ultrasound as being one sex and was born a different sex. Now, as this child grows up, how will that child self-identify? We don't know, but science got it wrong. Or maybe it didn't.
Right.
Who knows?
What it showed up on its radar may also be true.
Yeah.
And we just don't know yet.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to watch this child as they develop.
Yeah.
I don't know why this song is going through my head, but I'm just going to put it out there. As I simulate taking off my earrings.
Uh-oh.
There's a meeting in the ladies' room. I just kind of like, really?
Vaseline, you saw that.
Meeting in the ladies' room. Be back real soon, y'all. But really, I appreciate the new leader person. This is a distraction, and that's all this is.
Yes.
For her district, for what they need to have in the country, this is a distraction. Just like nobody's eating any dogs and cats anymore.
I mean, it seems like a year ago already.
Somebody's eating cats, anything
no
like
election
that.
fraud.
No election fraud, none of that. So this is just another one of those tactics around distraction. My only concern about them pushing this through is if this is a federal building, it will filter down to local states.
Yeah.
That's the problem with something like this.
Yeah.
That if we can do it on Capitol Hill, then it was filtered out to all federal buildings, which is why it's even more incumbent for a place like Sunshine Cathedral to step. This is who we are, and this is how we respect people's dignity by letting them choose which restroom they want to use.
Exactly.
And we want gender-neutral bathroom. And lastly, this is just another new era Jim Crow bullshit.
Yes.
The bathroom is the new water fountain of this time.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
And so it was never about the water fountain. This is not about the bathroom.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
People whose grandparents were suckled on the breast of people of African descent.
Hello.
Suddenly, you can't share a water fountain. It was not about the water fountain.
Never about
it was
the water
about keeping people in their place.
Yes.
And this is another case. This is not
people in
about
their
the
place.
bathroom. So, and I just want to say, really, people,
Yeah.
just really, there's other pressing issues that we need to be focused on. This ain't it.
Yep.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ plus community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together.
Snap. Snap. We all are in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.